Hi everyone! Today we're going to be talking about human rights. We've all heard of them in the news and in our classrooms, so what are they, and do they have any limitations? Human rights, also known as fundamental rights, are a recognition of the inherent dignity of all human beings. They relate to many, if not all, contexts of human life and relationships. The International Declaration of these fundamental rights is known as the Universal Declaration of Human Rights from 1948. It outlines certain inalienable rights such as freedom of speech, freedom of religion, right to privacy, access to education and healthcare, among others. International bodies such as the United Nations and European bodies recognize and incorporate these human rights into their legal framework, as well as national constitutions that include a wide array of these same fundamental rights. First, as human beings, we don't lose our fundamental rights when we enter the workplace and are considered employees. Some human rights, both in international and national law, are specific to the workplace. These are the right of association, meaning the right to form and join a trade union, the right to strike, the right to work, and the right to a collective bargain. Other relevant rights in the workplace, but not specifically related, are the right to equal treatment and non-discrimination, the right to freedom of belief and thought, the right to privacy, freedom of speech, and the right to effective legal protections.
Human rights, specifically dealing with equality and non-discrimination, seek to level the playing field in a redistributive manner to compensate for disadvantages some groups may have in the workforce that ultimately hold us all back as a society. European Union directives specifically target grounds of discrimination to ensure that all groups in the population are granted equal opportunities regardless of gender, religious beliefs, age, disability, sexual orientation, race, or ethnicity. Of course, while we are in the strip of our fundamental rights when entering the workplace, there is a margin for limitation on such within the employment relationship. In the workplace, along with other societal limitations on human rights, the aim is to strike a balance between the employer's legitimate interest and the employee's human rights, to ensure that one party's rights are unlimited to the extent to which they limit someone else.
Difficulties arise when one person's fundamental rights start to encroach on the rights of another. A current example of such a situation is to establish the line between one person's right not to be discriminated against based on their ethnicity or religion, and another's right to express their opinion in a free manner, even if it is an offensive one. This dilemma is especially relevant for social media companies that are in charge of an unmanageable amount of content every day, where this exact line between the right to free speech and the right not to be discriminated against is becoming increasingly blurry. The enforcement of these rights may also pose challenges, as countries that currently sit on the UN Human Rights Council do not exactly adhere to them, especially when it comes to the equal treatment of certain ethnicities, religions, or sexual orientations. The global implementation of human rights is often stifled by political tensions that arise when this matter is addressed by any one nation, because oftentimes it is uttered as an accusation. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.